Welcome to Balanced Body and Beyond. That is a lot of B's. I was just upstairs getting changed to come down here and start this video. And I said to my husband, can you please contain the animals and keep peace in the house while I do my video? And he said, your video for your YouTube channel for Bed, Bath, and Beyond? Bed, Bath, and Beyond? Balanced Body and Beyond. Whatever. Today's practice, we're going to focus on moving through the entire body, having awareness from the entire body, head, feet, arms, legs. This practice will hopefully tap into all our sticky spots, help build muscle, help build body awareness, and help give our bodies all the stretch that it may be craving today. So without further ado, come on down to your mat and we're going to lie flat on our backs to begin. We're going to strengthen our core today. We're going to strengthen the whole body today. But for now, let's tap into our breath, unwind, decompress. Bring your arms alongside your body. I invite you to shut your eyes. Use all your senses. What do you smell? Do you have a taste and leftover in your mouth? We're not seeing anything, our eyes are shut. But what do you feel? And are you listening to your breath? Drawing air in and out through your nostrils, an awareness of all our senses. Relax through your facial muscles and give your body and mind this time, this space to let go of any worries, any burdens, anything weighing on you heavily. Just put it on the back burner. Funny thing is, all those worries and stressors, they will reappear. But for now, let's let go. Let's breathe. As we practice this deep nasal breathing, hopefully a sense of calmness comes over us. Slowly, we're going to walk our feet in towards our hips as we prepare for a bridge. So as we bring our feet close to our hips, wiggle your toes and then have a sense that your toes are pointing straight away from you and your feet aren't rotated inward or outward. Slowly pick your tailbone up off the mat. Hover there for just a moment and then peeling up one vertebrae at a time. We're elevating our body into a bridge. Exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time. And your tailbone will be the last portion of your spine that lands on the mat. So the tailbone lifts up off the mat. And then it is the last piece to reconnect with your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Throughout our practice today, your timing does not need to match mine. So we will use our listening to guide us through our practice, Don't feel like you have to continuously look at the camera. Trust your instincts, listen to my voice, and listen to your body. And let's see if we can make some connection, a mind-body connection. Yoga uniting mind and body together. We're gonna lift our hips and hold. We're gonna make a little platform to rest the shoulders onto by walking your shoulder blades together, creating a platform to rest onto, and holding a high bridge. You're gonna take your right leg, extend the leg out while pushing the heel into the floor. Draw the leg back in, and then try that with your left leg. Flex your foot, push your heel away, and then pull back in. We're gonna alternate legs. If this becomes too strenuous, I certainly invite you to lower the hips onto the mat, and you can still do these leg extensions with your hips resting on the mat, but you will certainly build a bigger fire with the hips elevated. Flex, push, yeah, very nice. And how about just giving a gentle smile as you're doing these? We can enjoy our yoga practice. It should not be something you feel forced to have to do, but you want to do it because it makes you feel good. Let's try one more of these leg extensions. Holding your bridge. As you lower your back down, the tailbone is the last piece to connect with the mat. Awesome. Hug your legs into your body. Little stretch here. Release your right leg all the way down to the mat and straighten your left leg, reaching your heel to the ceiling, and walk your hands up towards your foot. Elevate your shoulders and hug the leg into the body. If you can keep your shoulders lifted, we're going to scissor the legs, alternating one leg to the body and then the other, and begin pointing and flexing the feet. So my feet will point and flex at the same time. I don't have the coordination to flex one foot while the other foot's pointed. If you can, go for it. Building some upper abdominal strength, holding our shoulders up, building some lower abdominal strength while we scissor our legs. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of the leg as we pull it into the body. Are you still pointing and flexing? I lost mine. Yeah. Let's bring both legs up and rest your head back down. Bend your knees and take your hands, place them over your kneecaps. So we are beginning with our knees right over our hips. We know that because our arms are straight and our hands are pushing those legs away so they don't get too close to our chest. Now we're going to try to maintain this positioning. Now press your lower back down to the mat. That's going to require you to do a little pelvic tilt. If you're not quite sure if you're pressing your lower back down far enough, take one hand, slide it under your lower back. Can you get your fingertips to touch your spine? Hopefully not. You should be pushing so hard you can't get your fingertips under your body. Let's maintain that contact. You can bring your arms down to the floor, and we're gonna windshield wiper the legs side to side. As you do that, you're gonna turn your head and look away from the legs. As the legs move to the right, you look to the left. For this movement to become a little more demanding, straighten the legs out a little bit. So now I've gone from a 90-degree bend to my knees to a 45-degree bend. And if you want more intensity, get your legs all the way straight and fan your legs side to side. If it is too strenuous, you go back to bending the knees. Do you feel both shoulders staying connected to your mat? Right? We want those shoulders to stay down. That is some nice core training. Let's reset our knees over our hips. Still working at that 90-degree bend. We're going to take our fingers to our temples and we're going to do like a bicycling movement or a cross crawl movement where we lift our shoulders and twist. Lift your shoulder up and over. Extending one leg out or dropping the heel to the floor like so, but wringing out the waistline. We have some heat brewing for sure. One more. And hold. Feet come down, arms come down. Take a moment to breathe and recover. Hug one knee into the chest and let's roll up into a seated position. You're going to come into child's pose. Extending your arms forward, pressing your hips back. We're not going to overthink, we're not going to complicate. Feel your way through with your sense of touch. Listen to the cues and options. Look to your screen when you feel like you need to look to the screen. We glide our body weight forward into a tabletop position. Extend your right arm. And as you extend your right arm, you want to feel your bicep beside your ear and your thumb is pointed upward. Extend your left foot. Flex your foot so your toes pointing down. We are going to take the leg and arm out on a diagonal pattern away from the body and then draw back in. Continue. Open laterally, open to the side, then draw the arm and leg back in line. As you do this, we want to maintain a quiet body. We can maintain a quiet body by engaging those deep core muscles, drawing inward, drawing your belly in towards your spine. Realign. And now all 4 points come back to the mat. And now let's extend our left arm first. Thumb is up. Right leg extends, toes pointing down. We open the doors and close the doors. Think of your shoulder and hip as hinges on a door. If you feel like your belly's starting to sag down, just take a moment. Draw belly in towards your spine. A few more repetitions. Reset. Hold one line. And now all 4 points down. Push back to child's pose again. Walk your fingertips away from the body. Lengthen down your spine, open through your shoulders. See if you can relax your forehead down towards the mat. Big breaths in and out through the nostrils. Your breath is like fuel for an automobile. What makes an automobile go? A lot of parts, but we can't do it without the fuel. Our body can't do it without the breath. Glide your body weight forward, coming into high plank. Toes tuck under. We're gonna move between our high plank and downward dog. Hips are gonna come up and press back. And then you're gonna glide your body weight forward into your plank. So rocking back, rocking forward. Another option is to work from your knees. Push your hips back and then rock into your kneeling plank. We'll come into downward dog and hold. Are you looking towards your toes? And are your fingertips pointing forward? Pushing through your middle finger and thumb will help alleviate some discomfort in the heel of the hand if you're pushing too hard into the heel of the hand. Small baby steps. We're going to move the feet forward. Walking towards our hands and holding in our forward fold, dropping our head. And look right between your knees. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Arms come all the way up overhead, reaching, feet together. We're at the front of our mat, chair pose. We're gonna come in and out of our chair pose a handful of times to build energy, to build momentum. Focus and feel. Feel your movement. Feel your movement powered by your breath. Arms overhead and hold. You're going to take your left hand and wrap it around your right wrist. Lift the arm up and then come over for a side bend. You can peek under your right arm. Center. Now take your left hand, wrap it around your right wrist. Use the hand to lift the arm up and come over. Oh, I love this stretch so much. You probably could say that about most stretches. Both hands reach up, fingertips to ceiling. Swan dive down. Holding your forward fold. You're gonna rock from heel to toe. So pick your heels up and then pick your toes up. As you rock back and forth, spread your toes. Knead your feet into the mat. A reminder not to clench the teeth together. Keep that overall relaxed sensation through the entire body, from the face, right out through the feet. Press both feet firmly down, holding still. Inhale, half lift, lengthening our spine. As we fold back down, our left leg is going to move behind us into a low lunge. So I'm going to work my hands so that they're beside my front foot. And I look down, I see my toes right under my nose. What do you see? Do you see your toes under your nose? You can always put your back knee down. That being said, let's move into pyramid, which means we're just going to straighten our front leg and rock our body weight back. Look to your back foot, just make sure it hasn't taken a funny turn. Sometimes when we come into pyramid, the back foot will have some rotation, you might some twisting through your ankle. You'll return to your low lunge, and now we'll move between those two poses. From pyramid to your low lunge, shoulders relax. We're gonna hold our low lunge and then drop our back knee to the mat. Inhale, bring both arms up. Open your arms wide, and we're gonna bow forward, knuckles together. Lean back, open through your chest. Exhale, bow. Inhale, open. We're gonna add a small variation now. As you open, you're gonna drop your left hand down and reach up with your right arm. So you feel like you're a little off center. Come back to the center and try that again. Left arm down, right arm up, and lift your gaze. These small variations will layer in new challenges for your body. But we always have our base move. So as we progress into bigger challenges, you have the option to take the base movement. One more. Bow and hold. Ooh, lost my balance. Now hands to mat. Send both feet back, high plank. Let's hold our high plank here. And we're gonna do hamstring curls from this plank, which looks like this. You bend your knee, heel to butt, and then switch. Option to work from your knees. Extend your leg, bend your knee, and then switch. Extend your leg, bend your knee, and then switch. Doesn't have to be all or none. It goes with anything in life. You can pick a few at each level and then build yourself up to the higher levels. So try to rid that thought process of all or none. There is gray area. There is a way to meet yourself where you're at today. Challenge yourself. Where do you feel you're at today? Hold here and lower your body down. Point your toes and elevate your chest. Sending your arms out wide. We're gonna do arm circles. And as we do these arm circles, we're gonna lift and lower the chest. My palms are pointing down. And as you're doing these arm circles, that circular pattern is coming from the back of your shoulders, your shoulder girdle. Change directions. And hold. Draw your palms to the mat, pull your arms in tight, tuck your toes under. We're gonna push up into a high plank and then exhale into downward dog. Ooh, pop, pop, crack, crack went my shoulders. Holding this downward dog, alternating heel presses, meaning we're shifting our weight, walking the dog. Holding our downward dog, both heels push down. Weight transfers to the back of the mat, deep down dog. And move your feet forward. Head hangs. Wrap your arms behind your legs. Give your body a hug into your legs. See how that feels. Fingertips return to the mat. Half lift, lengthening our spine. Exhale, fold, reverse swan dive. Well done. And chair pose. How about in this chair pose, we rock back from heel to toe again. So we did our forward fold rock. Whoa, did that just happen to you? It just happened to me. I lost my balance again. There's those days that you may lose your balance more than you think you should. You might question that, why? But rather than questioning why, let's just move forward and continue to practice and do the best we can. Hold, feet pushing into the mat. Inhale, lift. Right, on the other side of frustration is freedom. Swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. As we fold down, our right leg moves behind us and we come into our low lunge, setting up for success with our chest lifted, our gaze slightly forward. Big breaths, relax through the shoulders. Pyramid. Forehead towards your knee. You look again at that back foot, that the ankle hasn't rotated or shifted in an awkward position. And we move between our low lunge and pyramid. We keep our breath, moving breath, not holding. Being grateful for what we can do today on our mat. Being grateful we've created this time and this space for our yoga practice. Coming to your low lunge, placing your back knee on the mat. Inhale, lifting up. Sending our arms wide. And now we take that forward bow, knuckles together, and open the arms out to the side. Look to the ceiling as you lean back. So this is our base movement, forward and back. And if you want to layer in your next challenge, when you open, take your right hand down and your left arm up. And then you look to the top hand. And when that occurs, you might find you get thrown off center a bit. That's not surprising, right? We're creating an unbalanced pattern with our arms. We're changing our focal point. And those are the things that will challenge you. We'll fold forward and hold. And then sending both hands down to the mat. Pick up your back knee. Move both legs behind you. High plank. In this high plank, we're going to pull our knee to our opposite wrist and then switch. So knee to opposite wrist. We're aiming for the wrist instead of the elbow, because if we aim for the wrist, our hips will stay down. Sometimes when I cue knee to elbow, the butts start rising and you look like you're ending in downward dog. So keeping our knee low. Working on developing the core strength throughout our practice today. Holding plank, lowering your body down. Peeling your chest up. We're going to bring our hands in front of us. We're going to do some leg flutters as we drop our forehead to our hands. We're going to try picking both legs up. Now squeeze those butt cheeks. You got them. Squeeze them and flutter the legs. Now that fluttering motion is coming from your hips. It's not because you're bending your knees or you're flapping your feet. The movement's initiated up into your core, into your hips. Your legs, your femur bone is moving up and down. Rest. Take a breath, and we're gonna go one more round. Let's execute that with precision, lifting both legs and flutter. Many folks say they dislike this movement, but I believe it's just because it's very difficult for many people to get the thighs up off the mat and initiate from the hips. It's not a natural body position, and it does require very specific strength in the back side of your body. But we're working on it. Legs come down. Hands move onto the mat. Pull your arms in tight to the body. Push up, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Ooh. In this downward dog, we're gonna drop our knees almost to the mat. Hold, and then pick the hips up. Now you're gonna do a double heel lift and push the heels down. So it's a double knee drop from downward dog, then a double heel lift from downward dog. If you need to just take child's pose and regroup, you do that. You want to maintain moving with me, maintain moving with me. Press both heels down, hold your downward dog, and walk your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. And hold here. I'm going to walk back onto my mat just a few inches. We're gonna send our left foot, so our toe is on the mat, and now you're gonna hinge forward. We're gonna hold this forward fold, 90-degree bend in the hip, and my toe is just gently on the mat. As we open our arms, our leg will lift to spinal height ideally. Thumbs are up. You're reaching out to give someone a big hug. Then you're gonna bring your palms together and have the tippy toes touch the mat. Very controlled, slow movement. Open and close. Remember, on the other side of frustration is freedom. So don't get wrapped up into I can't, this is too hard for me. Just try. Decrease your range. Don't lift your leg as high. Sort it out. Maybe you keep your foot down and just do the arm pattern. Meet yourself today, wherever you're at. And give it your best. All right, we all came today with a yes to get on our mat and try. Hold with your palms together, toe on the mat, and rise. Ha! How about that? See if we can do it on the other side. Take your left foot so toe is on the mat. Reach out. You can start with your palms together since now we know where we're headed. Open, lift, close. It will help tremendously if you find a focal point, a drishti, one little spot to stay focused on. Focused with your eyes. Focused with your mind. Amazing work. 2 more. Yes, yes, yes. Huge accomplishment. Place your toe on the mat and then rise. Roll your shoulders, big shoulder rolls. And we're gonna walk to the front of your mat if you migrated farther back like I did. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift. We're gonna send the left leg behind us, returning to our lunge position, which we have practiced, and slowly rise. All your toes are directed forward. If you're feeling a little wobbly, maybe just reset your back foot, like you're on a railroad track, not a balance beam. We're gonna create cactus arms by bending our elbows and rotating into a twist. You can come as low as you want in your lunge and rise. You may bend just the front knee, making it more of a crescent lunge, or you have the option to bend both knees and do what we would call more of a traditional lunge. But moving the body down and up while rotating. Tremendous exercise. Tremendously beneficial for the entire body, and we're integrating the full body in this movement pattern, which is incredible. Hold your lunge. And now we're gonna set up for triangle. You're gonna pull your back heel in, straighten your arms out, reach, and side hinge down. You can place your bottom hand on your leg, on your foot, on a block. And from this triangle pose, we're gonna circle the elevated arm, reaching it forward and swinging in a big circle. Now leaving your head in a neutral position, and you can allow your arm to be heavy and hang. Resetting triangle pose, turning your head, looking upward, and coming down into your low lunge. From this low lunge, before you do it, think about it. When you send your right foot back, we're gonna try to balance on 3 points. Here comes our core integration. Now we're balancing on 3 points. Hold still. And while balancing on 3 points, lower your body down. Did you make it? Point your toes, cobra, or upward dog. Body is so musical today. Wrists are cracking, knees are cracking, ankles are popping. Exhale, down dog. I do think the older I get, the more musical my body becomes. Feet move forward. Inhale, half lift. We're gonna fold down and now take our right leg behind us, and we'll do that same sequence with the right leg behind us. Starting in your low lunge, rising into your standing lunge, addressing the placement of your feet, making sure you're working with a solid foundation. Cactus arms, twist, and lower the body. You got one more in you? Let's try. And rising up, setting for our triangle. Pivot your back foot, open your arms, arrange your feet differently if you need to. Reach first, side hinge down. How about a gentle smile? It's not so bad. And when your triangle has been established, circle the top arm. Relax through the neck muscles. Whoa. You still can hear me? Are you still circling? Woof. You would think I've been drinking something today. Just water. Maybe too much coffee. Again, it's just one of those days. Better be careful what I do the rest of the day. I'm not going to do any more arm circles because clearly it's this arm circle that's knocking off my mic. Hold your triangle. We're in the real world for sure. Let's not make it up. And come on down to your low lunge. Both feet back, high plank. Let's pick up our right foot because you know what? I didn't hold it up from our lunge. Yeah, with your right foot up, now see if you can lower your body. Point your toes, peel your chest up. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Yeah, just a reminder, gang, we all are perfectly imperfect. Like perfect doesn't exist, but we can be perfectly imperfect, and that's just great. Feet move forward. In this forward fold, we are going to take a twist. Let's bring our right arm up first. Bend your left knee. Reach your fingertips up. I love that twist. And then switch. We're going to keep it flowing. So rotating, turning your head, looking up. It is going to be a warrior-free day. Meaning, no warriors today, no warrior 1, no warrior 2, no reverse warrior. We got plenty of other things happening in today's practice. Both arms come down and hold. Look between your knees in this forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, and reverse one dive. Chair pose. Inhale, lift. Arms relax alongside the body. Our next balancing pose is going to be star pose. I'm just going to face you guys. So as you prepare for star pose today, I'm going to have you extend your arms wide and slide your left foot out. Now I want you to side bend first. So there's a little side crunch here. Then elevate your leg. You can bend this knee and then curl your pelvis underneath your body. And if you had a jacket on, think about zipping up the jacket, hugging in, drawing in. Once you create stillness in your body and confidence, if your body allows you to roll through the shoulders and hips, that's what we're going to try on today. If it doesn't fit, don't do it. You wouldn't go clothes shopping, try something on that doesn't fit and go buy it. Change directions. If it doesn't fit today, just don't do it. If you lose your balance, reset. Try again. Don't give up. When you first learn to ride a bike, most people fall off the first time, but you don't give up. You get back on the bike. Hold. Rest. Roll to realign. Arms extend out. Slide your right foot out. And then I want you to drop your rib cage slightly downward. Feel this little pinch in the side of your body. Establish your balance. Try rolling, shoulders and hip. Little pelvic tilt here. Draw in. I've used that word a lot today, draw in. but it is a pinnacle component of your yoga practice. Change directions, like your breath. Beautiful. Hold. And rest. Take everything out. And let's come on down to the mat. Gonna cross our legs, sending our right foot in front of our left. You can elevate your right leg. Many variations of hip opening. Log pose, double pigeon, shoelace. But for me, for you today, is a hip opening body position. It'll look different for all of us. We're gonna keep our spines lengthened, our rib cage lifted away from our hips to begin. And you're gonna hinge forward, okay? Now we're gonna differentiate that by then taking our fingers towards the floor, tucking your chin in, and letting the top of your head pull down to the floor. From here, you're gonna lift the chin up off the chest and pull the top of your head to the front of your room. And there your spine is lengthened. But when you pull your chin in and around the spine, it's a very different sensation of a stretch. Two different stretches. Different things are being lengthened. When your spine is lengthened straight out compared to flexed when your chin is pointing inward. So we'll play with that movement change from flexion of the spine to lengthening of our spine, and seeing and feeling the difference. Keep your chin tucked in, roll up, look forward, reset. Stretch the legs out. And let's try that then with the other side of the body. You can take your leg up and over. Legs cross differently. I pick my hips up, shimmy my hips a bit, and then settle my sit bones down into the mat. Pick your ribs up away from your hips to create that lengthened spine. Hinging then from your hip, tip forward, hands can come down. Chime into that. And then drop your chin in. You can round. And then you lengthen, pull the top of your head towards the front of the room, and then tuck your chin in. Yeah. Keep your chin tucked in. Roll up to a tall seated position. Send your legs out in front of you with a small bend to your knees. Lean back, and then we'll let the legs go a little bit side to side, releasing the muscles in the lower back. Pausing here, send your legs out into a straddle. See again, if you get those sit bones to push down, arms out wide. We're gonna take one hand behind us, stretch overhead, and then the other arm behind you gently. So you do get some internal rotation of your shoulder when you place the hand behind you, but it also encourages our chest to stay up rather than dipping forward. Usually there is always a why behind what we do. Flex your feet, toes up. Both arms up, inhaling, exhaling. We're gonna lay on our back. And like we spoke at the beginning of our practice, let go. Let go of any worries, residual stressors that are surrounding you. Take this moment to stay in the stillness. I invite you to set an intention for the remaining of your day. Your next inhalation, gently roll to the right side of your body. Rising up into a seated position. Be proud of what you just accomplished on your mat. Let all that goodness carry through with you with the rest of your day. Remember the intention you set. Palms come together, feeling restored, refreshed, renewed. Namaste, my friends. Remember, it's balanced body and beyond, not Bed Bath and Beyond. Both are great though, right? Subscribe, please, and share. And I'll see you next time. And we'll check in on those chickens. And I've got some horse pics coming your way as well. Have a great day.